going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a very exciting episode in store as we are finally going to unleash some of the power of that 5.9, that iconic powertrain that we have had on the channel for a few weeks now, but really haven't given it all that much attention. Well, because we've been building up an arsenal of modifications for that thing, and we can't start anywhere other than, well, of course, the wheels in the last episode, but today, really kind of letting that thing breathe and really kind of tapping into some of its true potential. So the question is, what vehicle should we take to the shop? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo? We're taking the dually. That's what we're taking today. It's a beautiful day. We gotta cruise to DURTYMAX. Before we go, I gotta thank all you guys for your suggestions as to audio setups on the Mini-Max. I have made up my mind and they are currently en route, so we will touch on that in another video, but really, thank you so much for all your suggestions. It made selecting the right setup that much easier. I love this thing. Now guys, real quick before we get over to the shop, we just have to actually take a minute to talk about the fact that this is the last video that you're gonna see before this giveaway closes forever. Now you guys have heard me talking about it now for about the last month, but this is your final reminder that if you haven't gotten your entries for my 2007 LBZ Crew Cab DURTYMAX Dually, aka Ron Bergen Dually, or the DURTYMAX as you might want to call it, the sweepstakes ends indefinitely forever at the end of the day on April 21st. At 11:59 p.m. entries are no longer submitted. So this is quite literally your last reminder here on YouTube to get your entries for that truck. One simple hat, one simple t-shirt, one simple hoodie, a few key tags, some decals, whatever the case might be to represent some enthusiast passion is a priority. We've set this site up in a way that there are some really simple designs on there that you're gonna wanna wear all the time. This is quality merchandise that you're genuinely going to enjoy. At the end of the day, these sweepstakes are about making passion a priority for one of you, somebody that might not be able to go out and build a truck like this. I want to give it to you as a token of my appreciation for you supporting this channel, and that way you can quite literally drive around with a piece of this channel for hundreds and thousands of happy miles. So take one quick good look because, well, it's gonna be one of the last few times that you see this truck up for grabs. That's all down in the first link in the description below. I'll see you guys at the shop. All right, guys, welcome back to the shop. We are, as I had mentioned, unleashing some of the power potential of the Cummins today, and check out those wheels and tires. Thank you guys all so much for the outstanding feedback on going with the chrome 14 wides. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy about it, but I have this like weird paranoia of the fact that they're just a little bit more of a higher maintenance wheel as they do require polishing. Whereas the black wheels are kind of like, you know, empowering my laziness because it's not like I have to clean them all the time, but I'd say that it's worth it because they just look oh so good on this wicked clean metallic blue color that I'm actually falling crazy in love with. And that's not why we're here today, as the truck is locked, as we have some goodies that we have to get into to really open this truck up. I've been very anxious about doing this, and well, today is the day. So some of the first stuff that we're gonna need is right here, we've got our EFI Live auto cal, and then we've got the computer. I'm gonna throw that right there. I'm probably gonna have to charge that for a little while, so that's gonna be good and ready to go once it comes time to actually flash the ECU. We've actually got another mod right here for the Cummins, which I can't really let you guys know what it is yet, but it's long and heavy, if that gives you any sense of anything. But unfortunately today we are not going to be messing with that as we're waiting on some additional modifications. And last but not least, this is the one that we're going to be spending time with today. So I want to give a big shout out to Mark DeCola, my good friend and a colleague of mine that I've met and gotten to know very well through social media. Hung out with him at SEMA. He just recently started a company, MDDP, Mark DeCola Diesel Performance. If you guys are on Instagram and you follow some truck pages, you probably stumble upon his pages, both Mark DeCola and Off-Road Dynasty. He's also a fellow Pennsylvania native out there on the west coast of PA. So he was kind enough to get us the hookup that we needed to get a CSP 5 switch for trusty 5.9, which we're gonna be installing today and talking about a little bit in depth. And then of course, flashing up the truck with new tunes, having a 5-tune power pack potential, and well, then taking this thing out and really feeling it actually open up, because I'm not gonna lie guys, between you and me, it's a little bit of a snail right now. But I want you guys to go check out MDDP. That link is in the description below. And go say what's up to Mark on Instagram. I'm gonna put his pages down there as well. And if you don't mind, let him know that I sent you, because I'm telling you guys, he's really gonna appreciate it. Plus, MDDP offers a ton of other things, hat filter conversions or any other type of tuning or whatever the case might be. Give him a buzz. You know he's a trusted enthusiast and he will keep your best interest in mind. That is not a sponsored ad by any means, just trying to help out another great friend of mine mastermind who's just trying to build something from absolutely nothing. I love seeing aspiring entrepreneurs and really smart people put passion as the priority. So right here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a SoCal Diesel Performance CSP5 switch. Now this thing is relatively straightforward from what I'm aware of. There we have our dial selector knob. We have our indicator position sticker. There's the switch, boom, boom. And then we have our wiring harness. Now the cool thing about the CSP5 switch versus the DSP5 switch, CSP5 Cummins and DSP5 DURTYMAX, is the fact that this thing actually plugs right into OBD2 and has an OBD2 extension port, so you can plug this in and then you can plug in anything else into your gauge, so it's kind of like a little bit of a pass-through. Really sweet, because we actually don't have to tap in to the ECM at all on this thing. Whereas historically, if you guys can recall in the DURTYMAXs, we actually have to run the wire through the firewall and then up into generally the ECM, which is mounted somewhere in this general location. You kind of need to tap into the main brain. On the DURTYMAXs, where right here you can tap into the main brain through its OBD2 port, which is pretty cool. And now that we're inside the Cummins, I kind of want to think through this here real quick. We have like two primary positions that are most commonly mounted for the tuning position switches. We have right here, and then of course on the opposing side right here. I like this ledge because when you're driving, it's just very accessible. You can kind of just reach over and change. I was going to put it over here, but being that we already have a command center, if you will, by the gear selection lever, we are going to throw it over on this side, so that way we can reach over and change tunes on the fly very conveniently. Now, I have seen a lot of other guys get really creative with the integrations of that little dial that we had talked about, like our buddy John. We went out for a ride in his twin turbo 5.9 Cummins the other week. It was that white one, if you guys caught that video. He actually went as creative as integrating his CSP5 switch into one of the cigarette lighter outlets just to make a nice doubled-in function. Now, Mark also offers MDDP for the DURTYMAX guys out in the audience that have late model DURTYMAXs, little injection molding pieces that fit into the stock trim to integrate your CSP5 switch super cleanly. Now, we are not going to get all that crazy today, as I kind of wanted to just keep this a simple, quick little install. That way you can kind of get on the road and continue moving forward. But I did want to just talk about that to you guys because there are a lot of awesome options. And if you're looking for something creative, just go ahead and Google it, and I'm sure that you can find a slew of options if you want to actually try that yourself. First things first, we need to take apart the dashboard on this truck. I'm feeling a little bolt down here, and I'm assuming that there's gonna be one over on this side, so that way we can put a hole in this trim piece and, well, get this thing ready to rock and roll. Easy enough. All right, now guys, the one thing you always want to do is just make sure that there's clearance under where the switch is being mounted. On the DURTYMAXs, it's a little bit tighter, but as you can see here on the Cummins, there is a lot of room to mount your switch. For when you mount this back up, there is a ton of clearance on that little platform that we're going to be mounting up, so we will be good to go. But you always want to double, triple, quadruple check before you go ahead and drill a hole in your panel, and well, you look at it and you totally regret the fact that the hole was out of alignment. I'm actually really blown away at just how simple this whole process is, because now we'll just go ahead, we'll take our wire and we'll run it up into the general area that we want it to be. And I mean, like, bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna run this up through here, and wow, really complicated. I don't know, guys. I don't know if anybody will be able to handle this. I mean, we're talking a really difficult setup here. All right, so we'll take this thing over and we will grab a drill. Oh, you gotta be joking. I just did a whole bunch of housing renovations, so of course, my drill is in here. Actually, you know what? I'm completely kidding. We were gonna finish up this install, flash the tunes into the truck, and I'll just bring that thing home with me and I'll drill it when I get back to the house, because, you know, I really just don't feel like driving back to that. Anyway, that nice center console makes it easy to hold the camera up there, guys. This is nice. So we will go ahead and plug in our selection dial. Bada bing. It's like we do have power, so that's always good. And then last but not least, we are just going to actually hold on to the knob. I missed. That's why I never played sports. We'll hold on to the knob until we get back to my house so we can go ahead and drill that hole and get it positioned accordingly. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna grab some zip ties and cure all that extra wire, because there is a lot of extra wire. All right, now we're good to go there, and we basically just have a freestanding switch for the time being. All right, now the moment of truth. We gotta get this thing's new brainwaves up and ready to rock and rumble. Yeah, need to activate the license. See, I always miss a step. Sweet, start countdown, and wait, and wait, and wait. Okay, now we should be able to go full flash and actually get the tune underway. Can you imagine that? Seems like things are working because all the Christmas lights are showing their face. Hopefully that's normal. Sounds like, was that the fuel pump? I don't know. So guys, while we're waiting for that to be completed, I just want to let you all know that you need to mark your calendars. Memorial Day weekend, Galot Motorsports Park in Benson, North Carolina. I will be down there with the Minimax preparing for some boost and roost. There's gonna not only be dirt drags, but I know that a lot of you guys are diesel people, love my diesel people, and I want you guys to participate. This is an event where you can race me and race with me and have fun with me, and it's just gonna be awesome. I want you guys to bring your trucks out there because it is all about anything goes. Not all this sanctioned nonsense where there are all these rules and limitations. It's basically just come out and have a great time. Gavin, Simon, It's Just a Six is gonna be down there. Nick Guitarmageddon's gonna be down there, and we are gonna have a slew of other individuals that are gonna be there as well, all out to basically just put on a great thing for all of you guys that support us all the time. Galot Motorsports Park, Memorial Day weekend. It's a Saturday, Sunday event. If you can make it, please make it. Come up, come down, come over, come from wherever, because it's gonna be absolutely awesome. Are we done? Ooh, yeah, it looks like we are successful. Turn this off, and if all is good now, we should be able to just start this thing up, hold this down, we'll put it in the low tune. Alrighty. I'm gonna clean all this stuff up here, guys, and we will take this thing out and see how it feels. All right, guys, so we're out cruising. I really haven't gotten into it yet. Just trying to get out to a somewhat straight little road here. But truck feels good so far. Feels very similar to kind of like the stock driving map, nothing crazy. So we'll step into it a little bit here. Pretty much the same response and behavior as the stock tune. And the first position on the CSP5 or DSP5 switch is always kind of similar to the stock map. It's actually not the exact stock map because the calibrations had been changed just a little bit, but pretty much the same behavior. So we'll go ahead and take my mobile CSP5 switch here and throw it up into tune 2, and then we'll see how it changes this time. And then of course the thing with tuning is your transmission's always going to be a little bit thrown off and confused, especially with the increase in power. Now, I don't know how these 48 REs are. I mean, I'm assuming that they're like typical Dodges, although the 48 is one of the better Transes. It's still probably gonna be a little bit confused, and it's not really gonna know what gear to be in for the power levels at B. It definitely picks up more, that's for sure, and that's only tune 2. Now, we are not gonna run into tune 5 or tune 4 today, as I haven't really done all that much research on what these Transes are good for. If anybody out in the audience has experience, you can drop a comment below. Let me know what we're gonna be doing there. But these Transes, even with just the power added from tuning, will start to holler and scream pretty quickly. I don't think they're as tolerant as what I'm used to on the DURTYMAX platform. So now I drive my DURTYMAXes around basically in tune 3 all the time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this truck into tune 3 here. Kind of let it sit there, let it drive around for a few minutes, and then we'll go from like a stop situation just to see if it feels any different. So just like normal driving conditions, just gonna kind of step into the throttle, see how it feels. The bottom to mid power range definitely feels more responsive, as kind of one would expect. It's kind of hard to communicate it as you guys can't really experience the power change, but the torque delivery and boost comes on way earlier, making this 5.9 way friendlier to drive on a normal kind of day-to-day basis. And we are back at my house because I absolutely need to finish up this thing. I can't leave it hanging like that. It's way too distracting. All right, tricky. So I want to kind of put this switch right here in the middle. You can actually just disconnect the switch. So now to finagle around in the cab of the truck, go with there. Smooth. Sorry, kids, I know what I'm doing. And voila, we have ourselves a nicely fitted DSP5 switch. And voila, pull this back up, we'll throw the selector sticker on, throw the knob on, and we will be golden, boys. Bada bing, bada boom. And last but not least, I'm gonna wanna throw this right into its desired position. That is nice. Get this thing reconnected. Oh, key tag in the way. And voila. Looks pretty good if I do say so myself. I like that a lot. And I love how easy it was to install that. I wish the DURTYMAXs were like that. All right, guys, Cummins owners, go ahead, just say it. They're easier to work on. I've been saying it all along. Just standing behind my point even more now. So, small change of plans in today's vlog. I have a plumber at my house right now because, well, we had somewhat of a water emergency erupt on the inside, which is kind of throwing a wrench in the wheel of my video plan, or at least what I was envisioning for today's vlog. We're gonna have some fun with my new foam cannon wand, which I actually just assembled, and I've got new foam cannon soap that I ordered as per Adam's Polishes, which I'm pretty excited about. I haven't used it, so we're gonna put that to the test while my plumber is kind of doing his thing. Hopefully he can get everything corrected today, and then we can carry on to the rest of the video. It's all right, we're adaptable. This is for another video. That was heavy. And so is this. One more. And this one too. All right, now that that's done, let's get to washing. Cinematic wash segment starting now. It has been a minute since I've had that, you know, intimate wash experience with that truck, and boys, it felt so good. Now, speaking of this truck, guys, while we're on the topic of it being that our day kind of just got disrupted, update by the way, plumber got everything corrected and everything's good to go now. It was one of those kind of just stupid little things that cause an issue, and plumbing issues, I tend to like to kind of keep my hands dry of, figuratively and literally, because, well, you do it wrong and the consequences could be detrimental. But long story short, guys, I want to take a minute to talk about the 2015 LML. I know that a lot of my OG subscribers have been asking about the whereabouts of this truck. It hasn't gotten much attention. I've been saying that it's going to get attention here very soon. That is because I've had a trailer in the works, and of course, I want to tow with the most comfortable vehicle that I own, which is this one right here. So there are a lot of things that are going to be changing about this truck and its setup to make it more of a tow-worthy warrior. And I'm not gonna be kind of running it in the ground per se, but I do want to travel in comfort. This thing's got every option to the moon except the moon option, which is a sunroof. But we will be changing a lot of stuff on this truck here in upcoming videos, so definitely stay tuned for that. I'm very excited about getting this thing ready to tow. Plus, I have another option in terms of performance that I'm considering. I just don't know if I'm gonna lock into it quite yet. I don't know, I'm still on the fence about it. So I did just want to give you guys a small update that you can expect a lot of content coming from this truck here in the very, very near future. And being that I have all of the wash items out, I am also gonna pull out the Mini-Max here, get this thing washed up, not with you guys, because I know that you kind of just watched one wash, you don't wanna watch another one, but we gotta get this thing clean. It's beautiful out, and well, the trucks are filthy. Plus, I caused a complete genocide of mayflies, as you can see, all over. We were out, it's boost weather. I was obviously screaming down some back roads, and I killed probably at least 5,000 mayflies, literally all over the front end, to the point at which, if you guys follow me on Instagram, if you don't, that information is down in the description below. It quite literally looked like sprinkles were glued to the front of my truck. It was actually rather disgusting. It's literally like Post Malone's White Iverson, except not with Bentleys and with DURTYMAXs. Personally, in my opinion, a little bit better. Yeah, it's a pretty sexy hoodie you got there, buddy.
Thank you. My friend owns the company. It's comfy.
Ooh, that's nice.
It makes me look slimmer from the side.
Damn, it's got that profile contour.
You like that?
Heavyweight. It is like 65 degrees today. Is that not overkill? It's snow camo. It keeps you cool. All right, guys. So that's Stefan Dur the Explorer. If you want to go follow him on Instagram, tell him you said what's up. Of course, from me, from the Like League. I know you guys are out there. So he hasn't driven the Mini-Max yet. We're going to let him drive the Mini-Max. We're going to grab Grandpa Smurf. Guys, by the way, I forgot to mention, we were so undecided about names for the Dodge, and I finally had settled on Papa Smurf. I'm like, yes, that is just so fitting. And then this individual on Instagram, hold on, wait, let me get his name. Peterson_1776, Philip Peterson, came up with Grandpa Smurf. Now, guys, I am throwing it up for debate again. If you want to do Grandpa Smurf rather than Papa Smurf, drop your comments below. I swear this time, it's gonna be the last time that we toss this up for debate. Let me know in the comments below. All right, are you ready to rip the Mini-Max? You excited? Freshly clean too. This is the first time I've seen the Mini-Max from this perspective, and I gotta say, I absolutely love it. That's one of the challenges of being a one-man band when it comes to YouTube, is you can only film from the perspective that you're capable of filming. When you have multiple trucks, honestly, guys, I'm not trying to complain, but it could really actually be challenging. So when friends come over like Stefan, it's nice to kind of throw them the keys and let them get behind the wheel so I can reap the benefits of perspectives that I normally can't see. I think he's having a good time.
Not expecting that. It literally broke them loose like it was nothing. That was just sick.
Having an okay time?
An okay time.
If it's painful, just let me know. I'm glad I didn't have to twist your arm too much. You know, it's not every day that I can get you guys this perspective, so enjoy, because I'm gonna enjoy it for the first time as well. What an insanely gorgeous day. Oh, guys, there's not much that replaces that sound. All I'm saying. God, I love that thing. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that got me really, really, really excited for race season. And race season, I mean dirt drags, because boost and roost. That's all I have to say. Guys, don't worry, I'm putting my seatbelt back on. All right, guys, and I am receiving your license plates. I'm sorry I haven't gotten around to hanging them up. We've just been super busy on the vlog, and I need to go check the P.O. box, but session coming up very soon where we are going to attempt to line this wall. I've gotten all of your direct messages, and I really appreciate them all asking me what states I have and I don't have. The initial objective is to line the wall with all 50 states. Provinces, guys, Canadians, you guys are welcome. Anybody from Mexico, if anyone's watching from Mexico, you're welcome. North America, awesome. Anywhere else, great. If you guys want to pay international shipping, but we are working on it. And as you can see here, we've got a few other plates that are stacked up, and I know that there's a lot in my P.O. box as well. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Now, we did just get some more modifications in right here. Those are for one of the trucks, but that is going to have to be left a surprise for right now. And silence. So what do you think of the Mini-Max, Stefan? Did you enjoy it?
When are you gonna give that away?
So guys, with that being said, we are gonna wrap up this video. I got a lot of stuff to knock out here, plus I'm gonna spend some time with my good buddy Stefan, who's also a diesel enthusiast. I just wanna let you guys know that if you're on the fence about entering for the sweepstakes, let me just add some reassurance to those that are a little bit skeptical. All of these sweepstakes are proctored by a third-party agency that is a legal firm. They do the selection of the winner, and the selection isn't even like they're reaching into a basket and picking a winner. Rather, all of the entries associated with your purchase go automatically to that sweepstakes agency database, and then they do a random generation somehow. I don't know the process because I'm actually not legally allowed to know how the selection process takes place. That's why we hire a third-party agency to handle the nomination of the prize. And when that name is randomly generated, the sweepstakes agency will actually be reaching out to the winner directly. It will not be me. I will actually find out after the winner accepts the prize, and then that's when I'm legally allowed to reach out and say congratulations, which I look very forward to doing, by the way. So that's how the process works. Now, they will be calling the winner and emailing them, so make sure that you have your eyes peeled for a phone number coming from New York work, or an email, or potentially one in your junk or spam folder. I know sometimes they can go there. These generally don't, but just be wary of that. So guys, don't waste any more time. Grab something, whatever the case might be, because that might be the one entry that you need to take this one-of-a-kind dually home. And trust me guys, whoever wins this truck is going to be unbelievably blessed with really one of the most badass trucks that I think that I've ever built, period. I'm actually really gonna miss this thing here behind us. The DURTYMAX, or Ron Bergen dually, has been really iconic on this channel. And yes, he's not going away quite yet, but we have space to fill because, well, we've got another build that's kind of like the hot and the cold. This sweepstakes does not end after this video ends. Rather, it ends on April 21st at 11:59 p.m. So if you need a little bit of time, that's fine. But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And trust me, the first shot that you might take might hit bullseye. My like league, I love you guys. Do what you do best. Tap that subscribe button on your way out, and I promise you guys, I promise, see you in the next upload.